What's going on, guys? It's Kaush from Kaush&Ko and welcome to another video. Today is Thursday, 4th of January, and I hope by my background you can tell that I'm back in Southampton. So I'm back at university because I spent my 3 weeks at home. Holidays are over, had a great Christmas day, had a great New Year's. Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year's. Make sure to watch my brother's videos to actually see what we actually got up to on New Year's Day, on Christmas Day, and generally over the holiday season. So I decided to head back to university early because I've got exams at the end of the month and I really need to revise for them. Also, because I'm on my own now, I can concentrate more on my prep for the actual, I can concentrate on my diet to prep for the show in February as well. That's the reason why I didn't really want to leave home, but kind of had to leave early because I had to get stuff done. It is now around 11 in the morning. I woke up around an hour ago. When you leave your house for around 3 weeks, I forgot that I got rid of all the food in my house, and I got back in late last night and realised there's no food here. So I'm really hungry, I haven't had anything to eat, so I need to go shopping, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys what I buy when I go shopping, especially when I'm on a cut, because it'll be different from when I'm bulking. But I also realised that I have literally no food in the house, and I sort of need to write a list as well, otherwise I'm going to just buy everything. So let me just write this list real quick, and we'll be off. List is done, let's go shopping.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Alright guys, so I just got back from shopping. Let me show you guys what I picked up. Starting off with fruit and vegetables here. Got some sweet potatoes. So these are a great source of carbohydrates, slow releasing carbohydrates, love them. I tend to make these into sweet potato fries. Goes perfect with my chicken or really anything, so sweet potatoes. Going on to the boring stuff, the greens, because you have to get some greens in. You have to get your micros in. Picked up some kale because, genuinely I don't know why I picked this up, but I picked up broccoli because it's my favourite go-to green. And asparagus, again, one of my favourite greens to go to. Also picked up some onions because I like to dice these up, throw them in my eggs in the morning. And for fruit, got oranges, got some bananas, got to wait for them to ripen a bit more, but yeah, bananas. And then also, forgot to put them over here, I picked up some frozen blueberries. Now, so I picked up frozen blueberries because they last a bit longer. I like to throw these in my porridge in the morning, so you know, got something nice and cold in my warm porridge. Or I like to throw them into some shakes. But blueberries are slightly better than bananas because you can have more blueberries for less number of carbs. For these blueberries, let me just tell you now that per 80 grams, you get 7.3 grams of carbs. So 80 grams is quite a lot. You get less than 10 grams of carbs. Whereas when it comes to bananas just in general are higher in carbohydrates per weight. So if you're looking for a fruit that has less carbs per weight, blueberries are a great shout. Those are fruit and veg. Moving on over here, I picked up this extra lean diced pork leg, mainly because it was on offer. It was reduced to half price. So massive tip to shopping, especially if you're a uni student, is always go for reduced items. Whether it be reduced because it's about to go off, or if it's on half price on that day, you pick it up, okay? Nothing better than saving money, especially when you're a student. One, extra lean, so low in fat, high in protein, but also because it was half price, so obviously I was gonna pick up two. So pick that up. Now these Hex sausages, if you're an OG subscriber, will know that my brother and I found these back when we were dieting like 2 summers ago, and we were just like, wow, it's a great find, and we definitely like to use these when we start the diet. And the sausages that we found last time were chicken sausages, and these are actually regular pork sausages, but lighting, but they are It says super slim. It says super slim, and the macros for this are, focus. Bruh, doesn't want to focus. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as you see, the macros for this are, per 2 sausages, you got pretty much less than 4 grams of fat, around 20 grams of carbs, and 26 grams of protein. So those are definitely a good pickup. So sausages, I've got a pork, sausages. Again, picked up these sizzler steaks mainly because, again, they were on offer. So you're gonna pick them up. Beef, I've also got frozen bags of chicken in my freezer. I'm not going to bring those out because I don't want them defrosting. But yeah, so my protein sources tend to be pork, I guess more pork, but you know, sausages, beef, chicken, and I'll try and incorporate some kind of fish into that. Also picked up these Icelandic or Greek yogurt, either way, 0 fat, high in protein, you know, some carbs, especially if you get a flavored one like this, like honey, it will have some carbs, but these are great because, again, high in protein, but also you can have them either as a dessert, to after all this protein, you can have this as a dessert to still up your protein, but if you have a sweet tooth, or you know, I tend to have this as a dessert or maybe a pre-workout snack. Also back here I've got hiding some 50% less fat mature grade cheese, so again, less fat. And if you're a cheese lover like me, I like to put this on my pasta, just like, you know, melt it over my pasta. It's got great macros, so cheese is always a big one. If you can get reduced fat, get reduced fat. Now moving on over here to my carbs and other stuff. Carb sources for me mainly are pasta. Obviously I could have gone for plain pasta, but I actually prefer these ones just because they taste a bit better. And getting some sort of filling like chorizo or prosciutto, they tend to help with protein, increase the protein a bit more, so love these. Also got rice. Just for ease, I like to buy these packets of rice just because, you know, stick them in the microwave for 2 minutes, easy does it. And in the morning, I always go for oats. You can either get flavoured, unflavoured. I like this maple and pecan, my favourite flavour. Throw some peanut butter in there, throw some bananas or frozen blueberries, like I said, and they taste great. Back here, I've got regular semi-skim milk, and I've got almond milk. So I tend to use this for my oats, and this if I'm making a shake at night or anything else, I tend to use almond milk. I also picked up these like little Weetabix on the go drinks, mainly because they got a decent source of protein, and also sometimes when I'm in a rush or I don't feel like eating or I want something to drink instead, I'll drink these. For snacks, I got me some of these cereal bars. I picked these ones up because they're slightly low in calories, so you know, they're not going to impact my macros too much. Something nice and sweet to eat in between meals or as dessert or pre-workout, so that's why I picked these up. And for wait, back here, I picked this up. Now these aren't exactly macro friendly, but the reason I picked these up is because I like to throw them in my, this Zoom is so slow. I like to throw this in my yogurt, so that's why I picked up these crunchy nut granola, just because I like to add them to my yogurt just as a little topper. Don't need to use too much, but it makes my yogurt taste that much nicer. I drink quite a lot of water, but I also have a sweet tooth, and because I'm on a diet, I like to pick up Pepsi Max Cherry. Now the reason why I picked this up is because normal drinks have a lot of sugar in them, and drinks like Pepsi Max, Coke Zero, Fanta Zero, whatever you want to call them, they all have 0 sugar in them. And this is good because you do not want to be drinking your carbs, especially when on a diet. You want to be eating your carbs, like your rice, your pasta, to fill you up. Drinks do not fill you up. They will pass straight through you. So that's why there's no point wasting calories, wasting carbs, wasting macros on drinks. And even if you're not dieting, like strict dieting like I am, like calculating macros, following them and stuff like that, and you just want to lose a bit of weight, and you tend to drink quite a lot of sugary drinks, then try that. Try changing that out. Try changing your normal Coke for Coke Zero, or Pepsi for Pepsi Max, or whatever it is you drink. Try and change them out for their 0 calorie version or their reduced sugar version, and you will already see massive changes in your physique. Because a lot of the times what people don't know is that because they drink too much sugar in their drinks, that's one of the reasons why they're gaining weight. That's one of the reasons why they're finding it hard to lose weight. So try that out. Like, just try it. And finally, moving back to all the stuff, I got Hellmann's lighter than light mayonnaise, just because if I want to throw it in a sandwich or something, you know, lighter than light. Macros for this, pretty much 0 fat. I don't know if you can see it, but pretty much very little fat for 15 grams and very little carb, pretty much 0 again. So another reason why you pick up stuff like this, and reduced sugar and salt ketchup, because I really like using sauces in all my meals. I don't like my meals being too dry, and I use a lot of ketchup or mayonnaise or other sauces to make them less dry. And again, normal ketchup has so much sugar in it, and again, you're just having a lot of your carbs through sauces when you really shouldn't be doing that. You don't want to be wasting your carb macros through sauces or drinks. And if you do little changes like this when dieting, like going from your regular to a sugar-free version or a reduced sugar version, you will have so many more macros to play with. You can enjoy more of your regular foods. Like, you don't need to cut out some foods because you have the macros to enjoy them, because you're not wasting them on drinks or sauces. Do you understand? So that is the food haul. Hope you guys got a good look at that. Leave a comment down in the description box if you guys pick up something similar, or if you think I should try something that would really be good for a diet. I'd like to know what you guys think. So yeah, leave a comment down below, and I'm gonna pack all of this up. And after that, I think what time is it now? It's 2 o'clock, so I do a train at 2:30. One of my old flatmates from last year is coming down. We're gonna hit legs together. Don't know if I'll be filming that, but we should be training legs. So yeah, stay tuned for the next clip. Alright guys, so it's actually January 11th right now, so it's been a week since that last clip was filmed, and there's a reason why I didn't film anything in between, and I will get into that later on in this video. But as I said, it is now January 11th, so that technically means it's been a full month since I started this cut. So I started December 11th, and now it's January 11th, so technically a full month. And I thought, let's give you guys a quick morning physique update. Some things to bear in mind. Technically, I woke up today at 79.9 kilograms. However, my scale here is slightly dodgier than the one back at home, which I prefer using. So I don't know if 79.9 is accurate, but because it's the number that came up, I'm going to take that as my morning weigh-in. So to put that into context, I started off at 82.8 kilograms on December 11th, and now woke up at 79.9 kilograms on January 11th. So is that 3 kilograms?
That's free quick maths.
I don't know, you guys get the math, right? It's early, allow me. So that's what I'm looking like numbers wise. Now let's have a look at my physique. Alright, and now this is me physique wise, completely untensed, like, you know, relaxed everywhere. I personally have noticed that you can tell that I'm getting like slightly leaner, because especially when I'm training, becoming a lot more vascular around the arms, but belly area is always a problem. There's always been a problem for me, so I tend to store quite a lot of fat on my lower belly area, so that is going to be so hard to get rid of. But let me try and tense. Come on, tense harder, come on. Oh Jesus. Yeah, so you get what I mean. So it's hard. Obviously this is morning, so I'm very flat right now. Like, I've had no food whatsoever. So the other arm, so like, yeah. Oh wait, let me try and get into the light. How about now? Let me stand there. Any better? So that's what the back's looking like. That is my morning physique update that I wanted to show you exactly a month from the beginning of the diet. I thought that would be very good for you guys to see what kind of changes can actually be made within just a month of just training, watching what you eat, drinking a lot of water, and yeah, nothing other than that. Adding a bit of cardio in every now and then, but I'll get into more detail about that later on in the video. So, see you guys there. So it is now around 5:15, and I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite macro-friendly-ish meals to have whilst dieting, because as well as it's good to eat all your healthy foods on a diet, you still want to be eating the foods that you enjoy, otherwise you will go mad. Trust me, I've done it before. So I'm going to show you guys my favorite English breakfast to prepare while still on a diet. And yes, it is 5:15. Anyone that tells you that you can't have an English breakfast at 5:15 in the afternoon, you need to cut out of your life, because you just do not need that negativity in your life. Okay, so before we start cooking, let me just give you a slight background as to how this meal is going to incorporate into my macros. So you remember my initial startup macros from the video before, or like the first video of the diet series, which you should go back and watch if you don't know what those macros are. Because today is January 11th, and obviously it's been a month since I started the diet, and I've dropped around almost 3 kilograms, which is good in a month, but I need to start speeding things up a bit and, you know, like start losing a bit more weight. So I have decided to change my macros as of today. My new macros, which I will put right there. Not too sure if I have the editing skills to do that, but new macros will be right here, totaling up to 2,500 calories, Bear in mind, yeah, it's like December 11th. I've pretty much got a month and a bit until the little event thing that I'm getting ready for. I'm going to show you guys how this meal can still fit in those macros, so you can still enjoy your favorite English breakfast. Obviously, I usually eat this on a Sunday morning, but I want one now as well. So I'm going to show you how they fit into those macros, so you can still enjoy the foods that you like while still losing weight. So let's get into it. Alright, so starting off with 3 of these hex sausages, which I picked up from the store at the beginning of the video, so just scroll back, just like, just wind back to see what I bought. But yeah, 3 of these hex sausages, and just to remind you guys of the macro. So for 2 of these sausages, it is 3.6 fat, it is 19.3 carbs, and 26.3 protein. So very high in protein, low in fat. So, not like just normal sausage which you would have for an English breakfast, which tends to be very high in fat and very high in carbs. So, that's little changes like this is what I do to still be able to eat my favorite meals, but make them fit my macros. So, start off with these. So I got my pan all hot, ready for the sausages, but obviously I don't want to put olive oil in this because olive oil has a lot of fat in it, and I have to calculate it into my macros, and you're just wasting some of your fat macros with just olive oil. So instead, what you want to use is stuff like this Fry Light 1 calorie cooking oil spray thingy to help cook your food. As you can see, it pretty much says that per spray, okay, it doesn't want to focus, but it pretty much says that per spray, like 1 calorie, like 0.1 fat, and like 0 of everything else. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Alright, so next thing we need is bacon. So as you saw there, I used regular, well I say regular, but I still use regular, pork bacon, and the macros for those 3 slices are no carbs, 8.5 fat, and 16 grams of protein. So very high in protein, quite low in fat. So that's what I do when I go shopping. I always look at the bacon that has the lowest amount of fat. That's why I'm using British fat bacon. You could use streaky bacon, which I think has a bit more fat, less protein in it, if you could fit it into your macros, but because this has high protein in it, low fat, that's why I picked this. If I really wanted to be good, I could have actually substituted the pork bacon for something like turkey bacon or chicken bacon. Is chicken bacon even a thing? But chicken bacon, turkey bacon, slightly more macro friendly. I could have swapped out for that, but I like the taste of regular pork bacon, and it fits my macros, so obviously I'm gonna use it. Duh. Bacon flip. Okay, so bacon's done, sausages are done, now it's time for the fried bread. And the key to this, my little secret to this, is this stuff. I can't believe it's not butter. This is good because it's reduced in fat. So I'm gonna use around 15 grams to fry my bread. Literally just 1 slice of white bread. You can use any kind of bread you want, whole wheat, seeded ones. I don't know why you'd ever use seeded ones, that's disgusting. I literally just use a standard piece of Sainsbury's white bread. The good thing about this butter is that I'm gonna use 15 grams to fry my bread in it, and 15 grams only has less than 10 grams of fat. So that is really good. Oh my gosh. Come on. No. It's missing something. There we go, guys. That's my full macro-friendly English breakfast. Let me just recap what I got here. 3 sausages, 3 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of eggs, a lot of baked beans, and 2 pieces of fried bread. So all the usuals you'd get in a normal English breakfast, apart from, I think I'm missing like tomatoes and grilled mushrooms, but I don't like tomatoes, I don't have any mushrooms to grill. So now in terms of macros for this whole meal, we are looking at 79 grams of protein, 69 grams of carbs, and 34 grams of fat. So not bad at all. A massive meal, really gonna fill you up. Definitely give it a go, especially if you're British, especially if you like your English breakfast. Now I'm gonna enjoy this meal. It's probably gone cold because I've just been running around filming all this stuff, but I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I'll catch you guys when I'm done eating. Right guys, I finished eating. That meal was amazing, and now I think I'm going to leave it here for the video. But before I go, so like I was talking about why I didn't film for like a whole week. I've got exams from the 22nd to the 25th of January, and frankly, it's just been non-stop revision. I'm not really doing much in a day. Like literally, my days are just consisting of me waking up, eating, and then studying all day. So not a lot's going on, and there's no point in me filming it like other than my workout as well. But then I'd have to edit the video, and it just takes a lot of time, and I've only got like 12 days left. Like I think around 12 days left to get ready for these exams, and as much as I really want to put out, and I really wanted to be putting out like constant content for this cut, I just can't be risking it in terms of exams, because pretty much I don't want to get kicked out of university and having to make videos back at home, so I'll just be dead. And allow me to get my exams done, and then I promise from the 25th onwards I'll be back to putting out like regular content about this cut. I'm gonna leave it here in terms of the video, and I'll catch you all after my exams.